Peace, blessings, and a whole lot of love. God is Hadia. Hey, y'all doing out there in the world today? I got this week off, and next week, and the 27th is when I go back to work. But I'm gonna continue doing videos until I do that, because I know once I start working, I'm not gonna have much time to do videos. I came across an article. I'm always coming across an article because I'm always looking for something that I can learn, that I can share, or something that's interesting to read. So this article right here is relevant to relationships. The title of it is "Here's Why Men Can't Resist a Woman Who Is Naturally Challenged." I'm not going to read the whole article, but as I was reading the article, I came up something. I read something that I thought was very interesting, and this is something that women need to realize. It's not your duty as a woman to chase a man. It's the man's responsibility and duty to chase you. Why the hell are you chasing a man? That makes you look desperate and thirsty. It makes you look like you don't love yourself. So it says, being naturally challenging is about what it takes for a guy to win you over, to convince you that he's relationship material. It's not something that ends at sex or is evenly slightly relevant to sex. Being naturally challenged is knowing that just because you slept with him, you still weigh him up on an ongoing basis as to whether he's right for you. Being naturally challenging is knowing that just because you slept with him, if he doesn't continue to respect you and meet your standards, you're willing to walk just as much as you were before the sex. So it's just stating that just because you have sex with him does not mean it stops there. You still should be looking for whether or not this man is right for you. Being naturally challenged is knowing that just because you slept with him, the real challenge of winning you over or showing you he's long-term material and wants to invest your companionship, your energy, and love is only just getting started. A lot of women give their bodies to a man and they done. They're in a relationship. This is the man they love, without really taking the time to get to know this man's character. Being naturally challenged is valuing your exclusivity. Facts. The average woman has more dating options than the average man. They are apt to undervalue this gift of dating abundance, tossing it carelessly to men who refuse to do the same in return. The freedom to meet people and the opportunity to explore options is of a paramount value when looking for the one. The constant focus from women is traditionally on sex, but exclusivity gets thrown to strangers as though worthless. The naturally challenging woman understands the promise of her loyalty, and exclusivity is among the most valuable offerings she has, treating it and protecting it as such. She does not give away easily or promise it to men who do not promise the same in return. Above all, she does not feel guilty for taking advantage of it and enjoying multiple dates because she knows she is well within her right to do so. The naturally right? That is so true. I hate to bring this up, but I'm going to bring this up. It's kind of messed up on a woman who's cheating with a man that's even married or in a committed relationship, and she's being faithful to him instead of keeping her options open. And I'm saying, why are you holding on to this man who is obviously a cheater, obviously betraying someone else and lying to you, but you are being faithful and waiting directly on him? You are focusing your life on him. You see y'all two together for the long term. When 9 times out of 10, that is not what's going to happen. The naturally challenged woman treasures her freedom and values the gift of her exclusivity. She knows that when she gives it to a man, it could be the last time in her life she does, and takes a decision accordingly seriously. Being naturally challenged is genuine and honest. I'm yet to meet someone who enjoys the deceptiveness of modern dating, unfortunate games, and playing hard to get work, even if it's only for short term. Being naturally challenged means you act congruently with your genuine self. You never have to worry if you're showing too much interest. You can treat the guy you like in accordance with your feelings without holding back or worrying if you're doing it right. A burden lift from your shoulder. Being naturally challenged works in the long term. Playing hard to get and acting disinterested are dating strategies. Strategies doing something outside of the norm can only be applied for so long until you inevitably lose focus and fall back into what is natural. So you want to be naturally challenged in this manner is what she's saying. Being naturally challenged is applying hard standards rather than talking about it. I yet to meet anyone, man or woman, who openly admits to having low standards. Yet I meet people every day who prioritize strangers they know little about over people and activities that have withstood the test of time. The definition of low standards is having a low set point for what you accept into your life. When your actions show you're quickly sold on a man and shoot him up the priority list, low standards become the underlying communications, and you do know what she means by low standards. The high value woman is open and loving, but she also knows getting to know someone on a deeper level takes time. She balances openness and hopefulness with a sense of pragmatism about the relationship. Just because things are headed in the right direction after 3 weeks does not necessarily mean they will be after 3 months or even 3 years. She waits to see. As time passes, she gets more insight into who he is as a person in a variety of situations and environments. Slowly but surely, deeper levels of her standards are passed, and as she prioritizes him progressively more highly in her life. Being naturally challenging is still being attainable. They say men want what they can't have. It's not true. Most men want a Victoria's Secret model, but put no effort to go get one. The truth is, men want what they can pop. The truth is, men want what they can possibly have, but which is difficult. Being naturally challenging doesn't mean becoming a woman so invested in her other priorities you reach the point of unattainable. If you take up declaring how fiercely independent you are and how you don't need a man for anything, you cross a line where you become so challenging that men won't even try. Being naturally is never fully being sold on a man. The naturally challenged woman knows that no matter how committed the couple is, there is still ways he could lose her. This might sound odd, but it's fundamental to long-lasting attraction. The man must feel that if it came down to it, she will always have the strength and certainly to leave, or leave, or leave, or leave if he failed to show her the respect and treatment she deserves. Never, I repeat, never ever be afraid. My grandson is looking at me to leave a man who is not freaking respecting you. Don't think that that's the last man on the face of this damn earth that you are putting up with anything just to say you got a man in your life who is really not a man to you, nor is he respecting you. Where that part is again, because that needs to be in bold letters. Great job working on the goal. Just a few more pieces and it will be finished. The naturally challenged woman knows that no matter how committed the couple is, there is still ways he could lose her. This might sound odd, but it's fundamental to long-lasting attraction. The man must feel that if it came down to it, she will always have the strength and certainty to leave if he failed to show her the respect and treatment she deserves. Esther Perel often speaks of the importance of space and maintaining desire in long-term lovers. The naturally challenged woman holds her relationship and loyalty in highest regard, but never so high it trumps her self-respect. She creates healthy space in even the closest relationship, allowing room for ongoing chasing and attraction. Being naturally challenged is something you do. It's a way of life. You can't fake good dating and relationships. Playing hard to get, trying to act and respect a high-value woman when you're not one will never cut the mustard. You will get the guys you want for a short period and lose them again and think it's because you're not applying the strategies correctly. You can continue to try the trick to get the men, or you can apply advice that will work for a lifetime. Being naturally challenged is a way of life. Good dating advice will always come back to self-improvement, and you cannot improve yourself without naturally becoming more challenging to men. As you do, your self-esteem will grow, snowballing the effect. Before you know it, you are the stand-out woman men are looking to chase for a lifetime, and you never once had to play hard to get. And I'm going to